The Yellow Vest crisis is one of the worst cases of civil unrest seen in France for decades, and it seems that there is still no end in sight. The protesters initially opposed the rising cost of living, but the protests have since changed into a revolt against French President Emmanuel Macron, who is seen by some as out of touch with his own people. A widening gap between the haves and the have-nots, the entrenched unemployment, the ever higher taxes on the poor, and the controversy over issues surrounding immigration have all added to the discontent. With a sense of increasing social and economic marginalization, more people from the middle class have joined the protests. Many say that jobs, better education, and healthcare are badly needed, but it seems that Macron's reforms since taking office in 2017 have not brought them much hope. Reform measures that have been implemented include gradual corporate tax cuts for enterprises, as well as lifting the special wealth tax, moves which have been criticized as for the rich and against the poor. While making some concessions, Macron has pledged that the reform will continue to salvage the French economy plagued by sluggish economic growth and high levels of unemployment among young people. It seems that there is no easy solution, as a state cannot provide more public services and simultaneously lower taxes. And the division in French society is not easy to heal. Analysts have also expressed concern, saying that representative democracy, the foundation of Western democracy, is under threat. Winnie Byanyima, executive director of Oxfam International, said, quote, "Out-of-control inequality is stoking popular anger and threatening democracies." Olivier Blanchard, a scholar from Peterson Institute for International Economics, said that when voters find no politician from the left, middle or right can solve their problems, they become skeptical of any representation. According to Blanchard, unorganized direct democracy does not work in France, a country of 65 million people. He says the movement is lacking a coherent voice and easily being hijacked and led into chaos. British columnist Philip Coggan wrote in an article that the stability of Western democracies has rested on the prospect of continuing economic expansion ever since the Second World War. When government spending shrinks, the income of the working majority declines, and it's hard to secure the loyalty of their citizens to democracy. German-American political scientist Yascha Mounk explains why Western democracy can't translate popular views into public policies. He said, "That's because of the role of money in our politics, because of the revolving door between legislators and lobbyists, and because the political class has become separated from the bulk of the population."